to point out that last week, when President Trump started pushing to fully reopen schools without regard to public health guidance, the American Academy of Pediatrics issued a clarification. You just heard it from Mr. Kim. Now, I want that, so his statement will go into the record. But I want to emphasize that statement said that science should drive decision-making on safely reopening schools. Now, I noticed, my friend, that you talked about Dr. Birx being there with the vice president and Southern University and LSU being there. The fact of the matter is, I would love for some elementary school teachers to have been there, for some kindergarten teachers to have been there, for some superintendents from those public school districts around Louisiana to have been there. They are the ones who are on the front lines. They are the ones who are committed to taking care of these little children all day, every day. Not Dr. Birx, not the vice president, not the president or the athletic directors at LSU or Southern University. I'm a proud graduate of this HBCU. We just closed down our program for the whole fall. And I love going to homecoming. I love watching my team play. But that's not what this is about. This is about educating our children in a safe, healthy environment. And we need to go with the experts when it comes to that. I went down to LSU when Clemson played LSU. I'm a big fan of Joe Burrows. I hope he has a successful career, but he's not going to have a successful career if he can't stay healthy. And he is not insulated from this virus just because he got the Heisman Trophy. We got to do what's necessary to keep him healthy. So today, in closing, I want to thank Chair Bernanke and Chair Yellen for being here today. We appreciate your distinguished records of government service and your expertise that you have shared with us this afternoon. I hope that Congress will use this to chart a path through to the other side of this terrible pandemic. This hearing has made clear that the federal government's economic recovery efforts so far are not sufficient, and that without further action, we face even greater economic turmoil. This turmoil will have a disproportionate impact on communities of color. Today's hearing has also made clear that there are steps our government must take now to put us on the road to economic recovery. First, as our witnesses explained in their written testimony, and I quote, "Nothing is more important for restoring economic growth than improving public health," end of quote. We cannot hope for an economy to recover until we successfully control this pandemic. Second, Congress must take bold action now and pass a substantive economic recovery package like the HEROES Act that includes substantial support to state and local governments. As the witnesses testified today, and I'm quoting again, these governments will have to lay off workers and limit essential services until they get federal help, end of quote. Chair Bernanke and Chair Yellen eloquently explained why the economy cannot afford for Congress to do anything less than immediately pass a comprehensive and robust recovery measure. Finally, the Fed should adjust the terms of eligibility for its lending facilities to make sure that all borrowers have access to credit and explore additional facilities to support lending to households and small businesses that have been harmed by this crisis. Drs. Bernanke and Yellen steered the nation out of the 2008 financial crisis. Congress and the administration should heed their advice and act now if we hope to get on the path to economic recovery in a manner that is effective, efficient, and equitable. Without objection, all members will have 5 legislative days within which to submit additional written questions for the witnesses to the chair, which will be forwarded to the witnesses for their response. I ask our witnesses to please respond as promptly as you are able to. This hearing is adjourned.